I'm going to be all the way honest with you. I get it because when you have money, it's easy to get access to more money. But the damaging part about most of you all that I really want to break down in this episode is that many of you start something and you begin to go around the corner, you begin to go around the bend, and you begin to get really, really good at what you do. I mean, really good. Like people are really starting to notice you. But what happens is because of the traction that you've been seeing everybody else get, I understand. You see they traction, like, hold on, why don't I have half the traction? I get it. But when you lane watch, you always get in trouble.
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's
out.
going on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at AOS the podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. Family, it's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I want to welcome you to another edition of AOS the podcast, where our mission here is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you get to the next level. And on this interview, not even interview, this episode, we're really fulfilling our vision. We're really fulfilling our mission statement to empower the world to never give up. Every episode we want to gain some type of insight. And this episode, I want to salute to all the greats you guys see. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. It's not even, let's really be honest, it's not even a portion. I'm gonna just say it's just a few people that just came to mind that I really wanted to, highlight, because I've either heard something recent of their story or something about their story, their platform really touched me and really opened my eyes to see something different. But I want to salute to every single person that are content creators. I want to put a twist to this as well, because I want to encourage all of the content creators as well, because oftentimes you can get into a space or a funk where you're lane watching. And I really want to share this to all the content creators, even myself. Stop lane watching. Allow those lanes to be motivation, inspiration for you, and allow it to be a goal or something that I can reach that. Like it all starts with confidence, right? I'm going to break that down later. However, I do want to shout out, I really want to start with David Shans. Listen, I've been following Social Proof Podcast for a minute, whether they watch this episode, whether they don't. I just really wanted to spill out to you guys so that you guys can really have something to grasp from, right? So that you guys can be inspired. Maybe you guys go check out their platform as well, because they have done some amazing, all these people have done some amazing things in the space that they're in. So, but shout out to David Shans. I'm going to keep it all the way honest with you. I've been listening to Social Proof. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to Podcast Summit this year. This is going to be the first year that I go. I believe he's done it for 3 years in a row, but this is going to be the first year that I go. I'm definitely going to Podcast Summit this year, 2024. David Shans, if you watch this, I need an affiliate link for that so that I could get that popping. But his platform, him and Donnie Wiggins do an amazing job at teaching entrepreneurs entrepreneurship. Like, it's crazy because I've seen, and I mean, you don't even have to be with them throughout the whole journey, right? You don't have to take that journey with him. You can just look at the archives and all of his back catalog to see, like, wow, look what dude has come from. And I'm listening to him, and I'm going to tell you this. I am such an advocate, Social Proof listener. I hear the growth from episode to episode, year to year, right? I've seen the growth. I've seen the development because I've been following for a minute. And I'm going to share this with you. The reason I want to highlight him, because I tell everybody he's my mentor, because they have mentored me. Him and Donnie Wiggins have mentored me from afar. right? They've never met me before. I don't know them. If I come in the room, I believe that they have seen some of my content. I do believe that because I did share one of her stories and she looked at it, and I'm pretty sure that they looked at my page, right? So I'm pretty sure they have an idea, but to say I come in the room, hey, Antonio, they don't know me like that. But just following their content. And this is one of the biggest points that I want to bring out in this episode, because many of you don't invest into yourself. And when you don't invest into yourself, you got to understand this: the investment that you do invest, that's going to be the fruits or the results of what you do. If you don't invest anything, don't expect nothing out in return. So what I'm saying is, I follow everything that they do, the free content on YouTube. It has allowed me to grow my platform to what it is today. YouTube, we're at 2,200 subscribers. We're approaching 1 million views on YouTube, right? So by the time you see this video, we'll probably be at 950,000 views, right? Facebook, we're at 10,000 views. I'm gonna tell you where I started in a minute, but TikTok, I'm at 4,009 followers on TikTok. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, I'm really starting to put the pieces together. And I'm gonna tell you this: Drewski is the reason why he's on this thumbnail, is because he's the one that inspired me, and I'm gonna talk about that too. He's the one that inspired me. He was like, "Yo, at first I just used to post." He was on $1 million worth of game. I really want to dive deep into that too. But he was on $1 million worth of game, and he was saying, hey, I didn't take Twitter serious. And I was just like, yo, thank God. I didn't take Twitter serious. I didn't take Twitter serious. I would post, but I didn't see the growth and I didn't see the importance. But when he said it, and I'm seeing his results, I'm like, yo, let me give it a stab. And I've been noticing week by week how the views and the engagement has gone up. Not much, but it has gone up from what it was before. But back to David Shands and Donnie Wiggins. Just listening to their free content, right? The free information that they display or they give, especially the hot seat. The hot seat is really, I'm telling you, I have a concept similar to the hot seat, but it's a little twist. It's different. I'm not gonna put it out here because I don't want y'all to take my idea, but the hot seat is really, really dope. It's a really dope concept. How he's doing it, and I love he has another new episode, the latest episode. So I'm dating this video. The latest episode that he released, he had him 500 on that episode, and they were talking to the young lady that made she's all over the place, but she makes she invented a hairbrush wig. It dries makeup brushes and wigs and all of the stuff. It dries. It was a great episode. I don't want to dive deep into that episode, but it was a great episode. But what I'm saying is, listening and following his content, just listen to the Jews that Donnie drops, listen to the Jews that he has dropped. It has really helped my journey increase, especially without any investment. That's the point that I want to make. I'm making some investment. Wall Street Trapper, I got to put you up here as well. Wall Street Trapper, I just bought his course today, bananas, right? That's the biggest part that I really want to extract from this whole episode. Invest into yourself. So before I get off track, David Shands and Donnie Wiggins, when I first started, I think YouTube, we were sitting at like 300 followers. I'm gonna tell you this. He's the reason, David Shands is the reason why I really took my podcast seriously. Like dropping 3 episodes a week, all right? He drops this episode on Fridays called 5 Minutes of Motivation. No, he don't call it 5. It's 5 minutes of something he does. But I call mine 5 Minutes of Motivation, where I encourage you to talk about entrepreneurship, life, relationship. We just talk about a wide variety of things in those 3 categories that we talk about: entrepreneurship, life, and relationships, right? But he's the reason why I took my podcast this seriously, right? I monetized as well. I got a new video about to drop, about to tell you, got my little check. I ain't get it yet because you got to get to $100, but I got my little check. 60, I think it's like $62 in it. It's dope. But I can't wait to, I'm dropping that episode, I'm recording that today, tell you about that journey. But just following him and Donnie Wiggins and listening to the free nuggets and the Jews that they drop, right? And it makes me, listening to them makes me tighten up my game. So, if you haven't, this is just a free shout out to every single person that we're going to talk about today. Go follow Social Proof Podcast. I promise you, just give them about a good solid month of listening to their content. Even if you binge watch some old content, Like it will really help you get to the next level. So my next person I want to talk about is Drewski. Drewski, I've been seeing him on YouTube, bananas, right? Crazy views. It's like crazy engagement, and it's very entertaining. I think what really caught my attention about Drewski was when he was on $1,000,000 Worth of Game. And I'm going to tie all this up. I'm not just doing a video just to big up these people, but I really have a message behind this. I saw Drewski on $1,000,000 Worth of Game, and it really touched me because it is very minute, but one thing that it was related that I could relate to, because that's why I tell content creators, be authentically you, because there's going to be something about you that you display to the world that they can relate to. And this was one thing that I could relate to. Drewski was like, Gilly was like, hey, you used to get all the chicks in high school, huh? He was like, nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't my story. And he was like, yo, I didn't get no chicks in high school, no skins in high school. They didn't start coming to after I graduated, right? And my story was similar. It wasn't that I couldn't get chicks or get women or get girls. It was just my mind. All I wanted to do in high school was joke, period. That's all I wanted to do was joke. And it's crazy because I might transition might have some content coming out for you guys. That's one of the things we sit at the table talking about, some comedic things, right? But that's one of the things that stuck out to me. He was like, "Nah, I didn't get it like that, right? It wasn't like that in high school. Like, I mean, he didn't say he was a corny dude, but it just wasn't working like that, right? He said that it didn't really start popping off for him until after he graduated. So this is one of the points that I make. Be authentically. It doesn't matter if you think that you're corny, ugly, fat, skinny, too tall, whatever. There's somebody that can relate to you, and there'll be a community of people that love your voice. But I did a review with my wife. She did something, Raising Cane's. And this wasn't the reason why we did it, but we did it. And then I saw the interview with $1,000,000 Worth of Game. Drewski was up there, and Raising Cane's is sponsoring his whole show or giving some money. I don't know. He said sponsorship. They're sponsoring his show, which is really, really dope. Like I said, I haven't taken a dive deep into his show to understand, is it fake, real? He said that on the podcast that they're gonna give the winner a real deal, right? It's be some real money. But I think that it's a mixture of being a comedian or being entertaining and kind of real at the same time. So it's a really dope concept. Man, Mr. Beast. I saw Mr. Beast. I came across the video where he had there's just been so much of him. He was giving away some money, right? And I'm just seeing the impact, right? Because this is the thing I tell people: money can have a major impact in people's lives, especially when you change their lives financially, right? Because finances is one of the main stress points of Americans, of people, right? How I'm gonna pay this, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna live, that's just a major pain point, right? So just seeing how he moves with his content. Like, I remember one content that really stuck out to me. They accidentally hit a car, and this really wasn't the point. They accidentally hit this man's car, right? And they tried to give him some crazy money. He wouldn't take it, but eventually I believe he did take it. And they paid like 50 times more than what the car was worth. And it was just great because they did that for content. But what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure all these people, Wall Street Trapper, amazing story. Listen, if you guys watch this episode, I need y'all to tag Wall Street in this episode. Like, yo, Wall Street, I want to have you on the podcast. Gotta have you on AOS the podcast, because Wall Street has listen, his story is dope, right? And this guy is so brilliant. And just listen to his story that he just did, the interview that he just did with Donnie Wiggins, but mind blowing. Like, it's really, really dope. Like, the episode he did with David Shands was really dope as well. But the one that he just did with Donnie Wiggins, like, you can't stop watching. When I watched it was like 17,000 views, but when I heard him talk about it on the podcast, it was like 10,000 views. But I mean, Wall Street is that guy, right? So Wall Street, shout out to Wall Street. But the point that I'm making is, I'm pretty sure that all of them started and a place where, because I remember one time it was an episode that Wall Street was like, yo, I dreamed of being on Social Proof Podcast. And I was like blown away because in my opinion, looking from afar, I thought that Wall Street was much larger than Social Proof Podcast, right? That's just, unless I take it like this. Street is just a real humble guy. Street is a really, 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 really humble guy. Listen to him on the episode, just watching his moves. Really humble guy, really cool, down to earth guy. And I really believe that he means well for the people that he come in contact with. Shannon Sharp. It's crazy because I saw that post. I don't know how real it is. I don't know. But this would say he made $22 million in his career. And off of one interview, he made, I think it said 3 times that or something like that. It came with like 66 million off of one episode. Bananas. I'm pretty sure it's about affiliate marketing, affiliates that came in that he's putting that evaluation in affiliates, sponsorships, and of course what YouTube paid him and other things as well. But I mean, it's just really, 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 really dope to see these people do some amazing things just with a camera and a mic. Right. And an idea. That's the whole point. Even $1 million worth of game. Listen, salute to $1 million worth of game as well. You guys are phenomenal. But the point that I want to make, bringing up all these greats or all these people that are doing amazing things, they are just like you. Period. They're just like you. They are actually the exact same person as you. It's nothing crazy special about them. It's just that they had a dream. They were focused. They were laser focused on focusing on what they wanted to do in life or what they wanted to do, and they executed, period. I remember, matter of fact, Donnie Wiggins was talking about this in the episode. She said that Wallow, he had $1,000 and he put out $1,000 when he got out of jail, put out $1,000 on his bed, and he wrote in his book like, yo, I'm going to turn this $1,000 into 100,000. I'm going to turn this 100,000. When I get the 100,000, I'm going to turn that into $1 million. I'm going to turn that $1 million to $5 million, that $5 million to $10 million, that $10 million to $20 million, that $20 million to $50 million, that $50 million to $100 million. And he did that. All right. Listen, what I really want to tell you all, stop giving up. Many of you give up too quickly. Right. Like I told you in the beginning, like you're working your content and you're bending the corner, right? Meaning when I say bending the corner, it means that you're getting progress. That means that the thing that you've been striving for is just around the corner. You're bending the corner. You're almost there. But many of you get to the place where you look at these greats, you look at these people that are doing amazing things. You look at these people that are buying Ferraris, Lamborghinis, living in these houses that they want to live in, taking these dream vacations, going to Bali for 2 months, not worrying about nothing. You're putting yourself at level 10 when you're at level 1 just starting. Stop doing that. And many of you start something amazing and you begin to get good traction. But since it's not giving you the outcome that you wanted to give you, you stop. Oh, I'm going to regroup. Oh, I'm going to rethink. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to fall back. For what? That's the time that you need to build up the tenacity to keep on going even more. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, and it did discourage me, but it did not discourage me to the point where I didn't post. And I'm going to keep it funky with you because I'm going through it right now. Instagram, I thought that I had, and I did. I ain't gonna thought, I did. I figured out the strategy for Instagram, right? And I had one post that hit 10,000 views and another post that hit 15,000, another one 30,000, another one, 80,000, 70, I think it was 79,000, right? And it hit it, and I'm doing this on a consistent basis. Not 50, 60, 70,000, but, nothing under 2,000 views per video, right? And I'm killing it. I'm like, I got the strategy. I got it packed down. Let go. Evidently, the algorithm changed. And this is no lie, because if you look at my page, I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought that I was paying for the stuff. No, I was posting at that time between 3 to 5 times a day, every Monday through Sunday, right? I was producing, I counted one week, I produced 150 shorts. And that could be the reason, because I did slow down. I was talking to one influencer. She was like, yo, you posting way too much. So I slowed down a little bit. But what I'm saying is, I looked at that. I'm like, hold on, why is my numbers drastically changing? Like, my numbers have drastically changed from 5 to 10,000, 20,000 to now I'm looking at 500. And then it switched from 500 to now 150 views, 100 views. I'm like, wait a minute. Also on your Facebook. I had a video that crazy 347,000 views, right? And I'm like, hold on. I'm getting these on a consistent basis, 360,000. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. I'm investing into courses. I'm investing into communities to try to figure this thing out. And I'm looking on YouTube, just trying to understand what's going on, right? So I understand content creators, you get to a place where, and it's not like a fast process. Like I spent time editing these videos. I spent time setting up my studio. I spent time like you spend so much time and you're like, hold on, 200 views, that's it? 2 likes, 1 comment, no comments. Like you get to the place where you're like, hold on. I've invested so much time and effort and money into what I'm doing, and this is all the engagement that I understand. But I want to tell each and every one of you, don't quit, don't stop, get it. Like keep on going. That's the time where you need to regroup mentally, not regroup for stopping, but regroup mentally and figure out, like, let me figure some stuff out. Or let me bring some of my friends together. If you don't have any friends and you're married, get your wife or your husband involved, right? But get somebody at the table that can bring some ideas, like what y'all think. How can we pivot? Because truth of the matter is, what's my boy name? Shannon Sharp, he pivoted. How is it that Shannon Sharp just got an award for a sports podcast? But the episode that most of you have started tuning into Shannon Sharp about was the tea that Cat Williams dropped. Let's really be honest. Matter of fact, that was the first episode that I ever seen. I've seen some stuff with him and Ocho, but I never sat down to listen. But that interview, I had to watch that thing for the whole thing. And I watched the Monique interview, the whole thing. Now, I did, as a matter of fact, if you go through my YouTube, you'll see the videos I did with about Cat Williams and then about Monique, right? I extracted something from them things. So what I'm saying is find some people that you can bounce ideas off of, right? Don't just get in a funk where you're like, yo, it ain't working, I'm done, and now you go to pivot to something else. No! Like, I love podcasting. I love it. I'm not stopping. Right? Now that I have the sauce and have the information, I'm not stopping. Now, YouTube is a little different beast. It seems as if now YouTube, we're getting, I know I'm sounding ADHD right now, but I had to go back because I was telling you the numbers about all my other platforms. YouTube has been pretty consistent, but we haven't been able to reach or hit over that threshold of 2,000. I think the highest viewed video on my page is 3,000 views. That's the highest. Maybe I post too much. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. No, because David Shands almost posts every day. So, and he's at 500,000, but I'm not comparing the two. But what I am saying is my YouTube is pretty consistent. We hit over 1,000 views per episode. Some episodes take a couple of days. Some episodes take a week to hit 1,000. I mean, they all hit, right? They hit pretty decent. But what I'm saying is I understand the frustration, but you got to keep on going. Don't stop because something appears to not be working, especially when it's something that you truly, truly love. You truly love doing it, keep on going. As you keep on going, figure out the kinks as you keep on going. Don't stop posting. Because one thing I've discovered is that when you stop and slow down that momentum, people will lose the interest of listening to what you have to say. Because it's like, yo, I can't trust this person to be on next week. So I want to close this out. Shout out to all the people that we mentioned in this episode. But I really want to say, there's a community, there's a group of people that want to hear your voice. Stop being selfish. Go ahead and put out the content that you need to put out. Go ahead and put out that comedian reel. Go ahead and put out that skit. Go ahead and put out that episode about whatever it is that you love talking about. People love your deepness. People love your shallowness. People love your vainness. Everything that you have in you, somebody loves. So stop being selfish. Put it out. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.